Hi and welcome, this is Tashara, editor and founder of Darkus magazine. We're here at Leeds Festival for 2022. We've got a fantastic weekend of music to check out, so let's have a look around and see what we discover. Great pleasure. I'm joined by my good friend Johnny. How's it going, Johnny?
Good, man. Good to see you again. How you been?
I've been good. You brought the sunshine as ever.
Always bringing that sunshine. Always bringing it.
So, firstly, welcome back to Leeds 2022. Tell us, since we last met, how's life been to you?
It's been good. I probably saw you before the pandemic.
Yeah, before the pandemic.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been, I guess, like a lot of musicians, we hid away and focused on our writing, worked on our production skills, and released an EP, which was kind of more in the vein of our rockier, earlier kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Just self-produced that one, and then and now we've just released a new single called I Don't Need to Hide. Kind of leans into like the dancey stuff that we like, leans into the rocky stuff we like, and leans into the poppy stuff we like. So.
Yeah. So like, because what I love about you is you have quite a varied music taste.
Yes.
In general. So, when you're kind of like experimenting musically, what's that creative process going on in your mind?
To be honest, I kind of find myself. This is just me personally. There's a couple of things. When I hear a genre of music or a band or a style of music that I like, I kind of I think of it almost as a puzzle, and I like to see if I can create something that has that similar energy, you know. And normally in the process of trying to work out how that's done, I stumble upon something that's new for us, and because you know, if you lean on your influences, you never sound exactly like your influences, you know, because there's too many variables. So it ends up sounding more like you and kind of has its own original kind of spin to it. So I guess that was a big thing, you know. I used to play bluegrass music and used to replicate old Bill Monroe style, you know, records and Gillian Welch and stuff like that. And then yeah, you know, there's other songs that we, you know, I've been listening to, like the Chemical Brothers or Groove Armada and stuff like that, and you hear, oh, I really like how that sounds, and you know, but I think once we put Tommy's vocals in there and then our particular way of writing melodies, it still sounds like DMA'S at the end of the day.
Brilliant. And it's great to see how the UK crowds are really embracing your music.
It's amazing.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. We love that. We love that, and COVID really made us have to think about that, you know. And we're so fortunate that we can, you know, play summer festivals in the UK, and then do winter touring at home, and then play Australian festivals, and then, you know, because of the seasons on the other side of the world. So we just feel lucky that we're chasing summers quite a lot of the time, but it just means that we can keep super busy. And it's just been, actually, Reading and Leeds Festival is quite a mark for us, where every time we play it, it's quite obvious. We can see the growth in the band, and just see how the fans get more dedicated, the crowds get bigger, and all that kind of stuff. It's a bit of a marker for us.
Good. And talking of seasons, I know that whenever you come to the UK, you like to do your shopping and get your winter clothing.
Yeah, I do.
So, like, have you managed to bag any bargains this time around?
Oh no, not this. Well, I've been given some stuff. Some stuff, which is cool. This brand here, 4:15 AM. I love those guys, and they've given me a bunch of stuff. But they've given me some hoodies, but it's too hot. I think I don't like the UK that much when it's hot.
Yeah.
You know, I've got all these.
You prefer the rain.
I like when I come, you know, Australia can be hot, but like when I'm going to the UK, I want it to be 7 degrees.
Yeah.
I want to be sitting in a pub, eating a hot pub pie or something like that. You know?
Because talking of food as well, you do like your fine dining as well, sometimes.
Yeah, I also like my not fine dining
Not
as well.
fine.
Any kind of dining is good.
So like, when you are here in the UK, because like I said, it feels to you, does it feel like you're coming home, or to your second home?
Yes, well it does now. Well, I lived in Edinburgh for a year, a few years ago, and then I'm going to move back over here next year to do some co-writing and a bunch of work and stuff like that. So yeah, it does, and especially now that DMA'S have been around for a while now, and we come over here 3, 4, maybe 5 times a year. So it really does.
When you were able to finally get back on the plane to return to doing overseas shows, can you remember how emotionally you felt, like saying, for example, like after COVID, finally getting able to come to you?
Yes, yeah, I do remember actually, because we were staying in Manchester, and I felt like I was 19 years old again, coming to Europe for the first time. You know, like coming. And I remember when I came to, when I was traveling when I was younger, you know, I had that excitement again. And it was just a lot of relief, you know, because everyone knows these days that like a big part of such a huge part of live musician income and all that kind of stuff is playing live now, you know, because of Spotify and stuff. You don't really make money on the other side of things, so for that to be shut down, and it's just so good to see live music again, seeing people back together in crowds like human beings are meant to be, and to see all your mates playing great shows again.
And you've got some live dates coming up in October with Manchester and Luton.
Yeah, can't wait.
Well. So for those shows, what is the main thing you want to get out of those shows?
Well, we purposely did venues that were smaller than venues we'd done before. We wanted them to be a little bit more intimate, and I guess we really want to play this new single to people live, and maybe incorporate some songs that we haven't incorporated in the live set before.
And I believe you got your brother on tour with you as well.
Oh yeah, he's coming down today. Yeah.
So what's it been like being on tour with your brother?
Oh, I love touring with my brother. Yeah, playing music with my brother is like one of my favorite things for me to do. You know.
Yeah. So we've had like so many great times knowing each other. So like when you think about when we first met and like to where you are now, what are some of the moments that make you smile about the journey of DMA'S?
Oh, true. Let me think. I don't know. Some of them are kind of the more obscure ones. You know, like when Mason ended up in hospital. Obviously that doesn't make me smile thinking of Mason in hospital. But you know, just the stupid, silly stuff. And you know, I even remember when we go to Cardiff. You know, I remember playing there in front of 20 people, and then you know, you come there now and you see it grow, and just all the people you've met along the way. You know. There's been some really special moments. Ali Pally was a big one. Brixton was a big one. The first time we did Victoria Warehouse. Yeah. I think we set a record that night. We had like 27 flares go off. It's pretty raucous.
Next time it needs to be 28, yeah? You need to...
yeah. I think people have chilled out on the flares a bit these days. Probably for a good thing. Yeah, I think there's been some casualties, and that's not what you want. You want only good vibes, and we want people to be safe at a gig. You know?
And talking of good vibes, you do create a safe space when it comes to your music and your live shows. Knowing that an audience member can come to your show and feel safe and be respected for who they are as a person, how does that make you feel?
that's great. That's what Yeah, that's right. That's what you want. You just want people to come and watch the music and enjoy it for themselves, because people like music for different reasons, and it's different songs and different bands mean different things to different people. So that's cool.
Good. Well, I wish you all the best, Johnny, and hopefully we see each other again really soon.
Yeah.
So, for all the fans who've supported you so far, what would you like to say to them?
Oh, that I think they know how much we're very vocal about how much we love our fans, and we're really proud of our fans, because we really feel like with DMA'S aren't a band that has particularly had tremendous amounts of, say, radio play or BBC One or anything like that, but the fans that come here, they know the lyrics to every song. They know it's not just the singles, and they're some of the most lovely, passionate people we've ever met. So, we're going to keep releasing music, and we love meeting them after gigs or before gigs, or if we're in the city. So, if you see us, come up and say hi. We're always up for a chat.
Well, thanks very much, Miss Johnny. I wish you all the best.
Pleasure. So good to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My friend. Well, it's a great pleasure. I'm joined by Joey and Bray. How are you doing, gents?
We're doing amazing.
How are you? Just
Good,
performed.
You've come armed with a sword.
Brought the sword.
Of course, always armed.
Always armed.
So tell us how you've been enjoying this weekend so far.
It's been fantastic. We drove up from Reading last night, and now here we are at Leeds. We just performed, got off stage, a little sweaty, but it was a fun-ass time.
Oh, it's
so
amazing.
good.
Yeah, this weekend's been amazing. It's been
How are you finding UK festivals?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, everyone's so nice. The crowd's been amazing. We've just been hanging out, going down there.
Festivals are so sick. The energy is just like through the roof. It's so much fun. We love it.
This is our first time in the UK, so couldn't have asked for better.
How are you finding the accents?
Oh, it's amazing.
We're gonna go home with an accent. We think we're gonna go back
Dude,
to the
it's
States
fucking
and start
hilarious
talking like
hearing,
everybody.
hearing all the
slang.
slang that we don't have
So
back then.
funny.
Because obviously, like, Reading slang is different to Leeds slang.
Oh yeah?
Oh, it's so
Like,
funny.
it's like different dialects.
We've been staying with our tour manager, who's been teaching us a wee bit. So
He has been teaching us a little bit.
So tell us what this year has been like for you guys.
I mean, it's been wild. I mean, we kind of just been bouncing around all over. We did this whole like Europe tour. We just got booked for another Europe tour in November. So we're heading to Spain after this, and then we're back home for a while doing some festivals in the US, and then we're going to be back here in Europe and UK all of November. So it's just going crazy. We're so happy, just
And with of your music, do you feel like the crowds are really embracing the verse?
they just love our hype stuff. Our song "Start a Fight" always goes over really well.
Oh, yeah.
Our first song we ever made, "Crank It Up," just explodes the crowd. It's amazing. Obviously, our most popular song, "Punk Tactics," always goes crazy. People just like the high energy stuff, and all of our music is so high energy, so they'll just react to it.
It's so fun to have the entire tent just like jumping up and down, like it's insane, man. So
So when you got the email that told to say you playing Leeds and Reading, what went through your head?
It was crazy. It was the first festival we ever
yeah,
got
this is the
booked for.
first one that we got booked
Yeah,
for, actually.
and so it was the first shows we were ever going to play because we had just started and stuff was just exploding, and then we got booked for Reading and Leeds, and we were like, holy shit, this is real.
Let's
and
go.
now we've like got a ton of shows under our belt, but now we're here, and it's just incredible. So.
So when you were stepping out onto the stage for the first time, because you are playing to a new crowd, what kind of like approach do you want to take? Because at the end of the day, this is your first introduction to them and their first introduction to you.
Well, this is definitely part of it. I came out, I've been at Reading and Leeds, I've come out in a knight costume to God Save the Queen playing. Gets everyone really patriotic and excited, and then we hit them with the punk tactics. So,
yeah, we treat the festivals like an absolute a show.
You just
a
want
real
people to
good show.
you want people to go away from it like, what the fuck was that?
Talking
That was either
about
amazing
something.
or holy shit, that was hilarious, that one part, or this is just memorable. You just need to stick out somehow. So that's what we're trying to do.
In terms of 2022 then, what are you most thankful for in terms of your personal growth and just like your vibe?
I mean, I think we're just most thankful for the fact that we've been able to get on these stages and just have like an 110% good time, like regardless if there's like 2 people out there or like 200 people out there, it doesn't matter. Like we're always just having a good time, and it's like, it's good practice every time we get on the stage for whatever. It's just like so much fun, like, so it's been good though.
For me, it's growing our audience and seeing our audience grow with us. it's just been incredible to see the types of people that we've attracted, and it's like the kids we were when we were young, and it's fucking cool to see everybody there in a room just having the best time of their life, whether, from like everybody from every genre of people, basically, like age, sex, gender, race, whatever, like is there, just having a great fucking time.
Everybody looks like they're best friends. It's like
And that's
a giant
the coolest
house party.
shit. That's the
So
coolest
dope.
shit to me to see that.
Would you say that's part of your aesthetic as
Yeah, I think we're just two
I'd say
punk ass
so.
kids, and like people just relate to that, and just we're so genuine with the way we make music. You just hear it's two kids fucking around, and so people who just like to have a good time come in a room and have a good time together.
What you see is what you get with Joey Valance and Brad.
Right.
That's what people feed off of 100%.
Yeah. So, moving forward, what's making you smile as you think about the journey ahead?
Getting sponsored by McDonald's.
That's really the dream.
That's
of
the
Joy
dream.
Valance and Bray meal.
Right, 100 nuggets.
No, it's just exciting to be here doing this as our full-time job. Like, it's been my dream since I was 8 years old, literally, when I started playing the drums, to fucking do this for the rest of my life. And now we're here, and it's like with my best fucking friend. Like, we couldn't ask for anything more. And so we're just excited for whatever comes our way.
So if Joey and Bray were a cocktail, what would it be? What would you add to it?
It's a Shirley
Temple with 100 cherries in it.
And no alcohol.
And no alcohol. It's just straight up classic Shirley.
It's just sweet.
That's what it'd be.
It's
sweet
delicious.
and tangy and
Just
delicious.
like us two
and
babes.
lovely.
So.
That's right.
Yeah, well, it's been amazing chatting to you. I wish you all the best.
Hell yeah, thanks.
So, for anyone who hasn't checked out your music so far, why are they missing out?
You're missing out because you're stupid.
I mean, why aren't you already listening to Joey Valance and Bray? We don't know.
It's true.
Hi, it's Tashara here, editor and founder of Darkus magazine, and we're here on day 2 of Leeds Festival 2022. We've had a fantastic time so far. Yesterday we managed to check out some fantastic bands, including the 1975 and so many other cool artists, especially on the BBC introducing stage. Today we've managed to start the day with the likes of Black Henny and also Joy Crooks, and we've got the likes of Megan Stallion coming up later tonight. So let's have a look at what else we've been up to today, including some very interesting chats. This is Austin.
Nice
How you doing, man? You right?
Cool.
Right, I'm
Good.
just rolling. So
Okay, cool. Well, it's with great pleasure. I'm joined by my good friends Izzy and Chris. How are you doing?
Good, man. We're a little worse for wear today.
Bless you. So you did an amazing set just now. How did you find it?
It was so fun. I think it's been a dream of ours to do Reading and Leeds since we were 13. So to play main stage,
Wow, yeah.
absolutely mind blowing. It was really hot up there today, and I think the crowd, bless them, were probably struggling a bit
Yeah.
in the heat. But everyone, had good camaraderie, and it was a good show. It was fun,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
And the good thing is you got to show off the dress that you designed.
Exactly. I designed this dress.
Watch the orders come flying in.
Little
Brilliant.
oh look, we've got 2 other rascals arrived. Come on then,
Brilliant.
jump on in.
Jump on it. More the merrier.
As if by magic.
Can we get creative bit, because I can't find where they put it.
Cool.
Oh, we may have drunk it all.
Ah,
Cool.
No, I've had one bit. I'm not sure.
Cool.
there's no beer in the fridge.
The antics of a band. so priorities, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what has this year been for you as a band overall?
Busy.
Yeah. Definitely compared to last year. I think we started our first festival at Latitude a year ago, and it feels like we've been on some sort of rocket ship since. Which I know, even compared to some bands, we don't even tour as much as some of them. But for me, I don't know about you guys, but I just feel like it feels like 100 miles an hour, but really exciting and really fun. Like we just put out Charlie Bronson, and that's been like a really exciting move for this year.
Brilliant.
I think 'cause we didn't do too many festivals last year, it still feels like we're just being let out of the house, after COVID.
Yeah.
Even though that's ages ago now, it still just feels nice to be out doing festivals.
And it's not been every weekend, so we've sort of had one and then like a couple of weeks off, and then it's like right to the point where you're like, yes, I want to do it again, and then there's another one. And we were really busy touring earlier in the year as well, so that sort of got us in the mood to then come and do some festivals, because it's great travelling around, but there's always something great about a festival.
So what's your festival do's and don'ts to help keep that sanity and happiness?
Red wine,
Yeah, red wine.
tequila,
I would say,
plenty of fluids,
yeah, do
and I mean water and booze.
Barocca.
Barocca.
do Barocca.
Do all that in Barocca.
Morocco with a
Lifesaver.
wee splash of vodka.
Yeah,
Also good.
some good, some bad. Yin
We
and
like
yang.
alcoholics, don't we?
I think that's healthy.
So like obviously it's been really lovely to see your growth as a band since I've known you, and also like to see how the fans are really embracing your journey as well. So what's it like knowing that when people are listening to your music, they're not just listening, they're making that connection?
That's really special, yeah.
Good question.
It's everything, isn't it?
I think it's weird because we don't have it any other way. So we've always had like a deeper or what we think is a deep connection with our fans and our community. But to have people like along for the ride with you is really warming. Like I don't really think there'd be any point in doing it if it felt like there was like this estranged relationship.
It
Like,
makes it worth it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Sure.
I mean, without
I
them,
find
we
it
wouldn't be
boring.
here, would we?
Exactly.
So-
Yeah.
It's pretty rare that we do a gig and we don't see someone in the crowd that we know pretty well now. Like this man over here.
Yeah.
Our good
Legs
friend.
it on.
Yeah, so it's just lovely seeing familiar faces and stuff.
And has anyone like really messaged you or reached out to you and said your music has been their strength and their hope in darkest of times?
Yeah, we've had a lot of those. I find them quite hard to deal with sometimes because we're obviously not qualified therapists, and it's beautiful that people have this like opportunity to speak so openly and vulnerably about what's going on with them, and I like to think that that's because of how the music sort of speaks to them and stuff. But yeah, it's amazing. It's quite mind-blowing. It's really weird when you think like we just like, are quite moronic ourselves and just write songs and can't really function in our own lives, and yet we can help other people.
Yeah, we're definitely not qualified to help. But it's nice that they feel the I guess the safe space.
Yeah, absolutely. And like when you think back to Black Honey Day 1 and look at yourselves now, what kind of like scares you in a good way, like in terms of like bloody hell, I didn't expect this?
Yesterday.
The wrinkles.
How was it? Yeah, thinking both of those things. Yeah. The wrinkles and just I think I'd be shitting myself if I actually knew that we actually did that.
It's nice not.
Also, I didn't want to know. I wouldn't want
That's
to know
what I
that we
was gonna
actually
say.
got there, because otherwise you'd be lazy or something.
Yeah,
Like I think
it's
you'd-
nice not knowing what's around the
Yeah.
corner, isn't it? Because it keeps you just focus on the next little thing,
Absolutely.
rather than like the end
Yeah.
one. And it just gets bit by bit better and better.
Reading and Leeds was particularly special for us because we grew up coming here. So seeing all of our favourite bands on that main stage, so to be able to actually do it ourselves is mind blowing.
I still can't get my head around as well, like how they are so identical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like every time you're like,
Copy and paste.
It's
Yeah.
even in the operation of it, how you get there and it's like, oh, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Everyone's been briefed the same, which is quite cool.
Yeah,
Who'd have thought?
so
But you
You know Reading so well, but you know
Yeah.
Leeds so little.
That's what
it's
I
like
mean.
quite weird to see the festival you know really well, but in a different paradigm.
Yeah, copy and paste.
So I wish you all the best for things coming up as well. So to all the fans that have supported you so far, what would you like to say to them?
Thanks very much.
No, you can't do it.
Yeah.
I think that's the best we can put it. Thank you.
Also, hold on to your hats. There's some
Yeah.
shit coming.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, hopefully, will you be at Fashion Week this coming September?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I might not be going to London Fashion Week, but I might be going to a different city.
Yeah,
That's all I'll
okay.
say.
Me and Tommy are there.
Yeah, we'll be there.
We'll be there.
We've got a couple of
Yeah,
lines
that's
coming
it,
in.
yeah.
And,
Couple of
Awesome.
catwalks. He did one, I've done one.
Brilliant. Well, cheers very much, guys.
Cheers, man.
Go-
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, I'm on the wall.
Cheers. So I'm Sarah. How are you enjoying Leeds Festival this weekend?
Good, yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Which bands are you looking forward to most?
I am most looking forward to Arctic Monkeys because they're like my favourite band ever, but I'm also really excited for Fontaines DC because I've seen them a couple of times before and know that they'll put on a really good show.
Is this your first time at Leeds Fest?
It is, yeah.
So when coming here for the first time, what were some of the things you were excited about the most?
I think just the fact that the lineup's really incredible. I think at first I was a bit overwhelmed by how massive it is, but like it's actually really easy to find everything, and like you'll get like some surprise acts on the smaller stages who are actually like really good.
Are you doing the whole camping experience?
I am.
How are you finding that?
Not too bad. My camp's quite quiet, but I've heard some of the maybe like red camp is a bit more wild.
So obviously it's the last day of Leeds Festival, so what are either 2 or 3 of your top highlights?
I loved seeing the 1975. I think I was really excited for Rage Against the Machine, and I am a 1975 fan as well, but I think like the fact they were able to come out and do that set and they probably weren't really sure what kind of response they were going to get, I think they did really well. I also thought Halsey was really good because she was like really poorly, she had like food poisoning and she managed to do like an amazing set. Yeah, I'd say they're my highlights so far. And Little Sims, she killed it on the main stage.
So for anyone who hasn't been to Leeds Festivals before, as a first timer yourself, what advice would you give to them?
Advice? Be prepared to queue for everything. Like, it's such a slow pace of life. Like, you're not going to be rushing around everywhere. Like, you need to just chill and, wear sun cream and stay hydrated.
Brilliant. Well, I wish you all the best, Sarah.
Thank you.
Well, it's a great pleasure. I'm joined by bbno. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. I'm going to say it's a pleasure to meet you because a couple of months ago I discovered your track Mathematics through Submit Heart, and I was like, wow, what's this song about? And then I took a chance on it because it wasn't usually my thing, and then I was like, I'm addicted. So like, I just want to say thank you for that. But firstly, how have you enjoyed your debut at Leeds and Reading?
It was always when you look up like most turned show worldwide, on YouTube, right? And it would always be like footage from Reading and Leeds, and I was like, man, I want to do that. That's like one of my goals. I had another goal to do this festival called Shambhala in BC, where I'm from. And I told myself I would never go until I got booked. And I got booked this year, and I did this year, so it's really cool, having like dreams that come true, kind of.
Did you believe?
As wholesome as it is, it's like.
Did you believe it when you got the invite?
I remember my agent was like, "Yo, we might got something real cool up our sleeves," and I was like, "Oh, really?" And he calls me, and I was just like, I was running around my apartment. I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go!" Fuck yeah. So Reading was crazy. Leeds was sick. It's like, it was dope.
Can you do your celebration dance? We love that. So, in general, how has this year been for you?
This whole year?
Yeah. So far.
I mean, I would lie to say it's not been heavy emotionally. A lot of things have happened in this year that wasn't really prepared for, but shit happens. And being on tours, like, it's a blessing, but also like, I'm killing myself on tour essentially, and it's fun. It's amazing. I get to spend time with some of my best friends, so it's great. But sometimes it's a lot, and I just want to be home with my parents sometimes. You know what I mean, right? So.
Brilliant. So like, when it's like downtime and you're in Alex mode, what does Alex mode look like?
Honestly, like wake up, have a coffee, jack off, play World of Warcraft, jack off, go to bed. That's like, I remember one of the last days right before I went on tour in North America, Diablo 2 Resurrected came out, and I played 19 hours straight. And I fucked myself because like I was getting sick, and then I just didn't sleep. And then I started sick on tour. I'm an idiot sometimes.
What was the level that challenged you the most on Diablo 2?
I mean, obviously, when you get to when you start doing like key runs, and then you get keys, and then you do Ubers, and obviously it's just like the highest level of like character or like level that you can kill. But unfortunately, when you play the new Resurrected, like their servers are kind of shoddy because Blizzard kind of fell off. And if you're playing hardcore, you just like wake up, you play the game, and then sometimes you leg out and die, and then it's just like you have to restart the character, so it fucking sucks. Blizzard, you need to hire me to fix your fucking issues.
So, in terms of your music, how have you seen your personal growth in the music you've released so far?
Shit, man, I think I'm regressing in growth. Yeah. So I'm becoming a child again, and it's great. Yeah. No, I don't know. I think my music, the general standard of quality of my music has increased. Whether that be just like sonics or just like production level, mixing and mastering level. Like I've just invested more money and time into it, and it like, you know, whenever you do that, typically you make like better sounding music, but it might not connect with people, you know, like that's just the way it is.
Yeah. So like talk about like some of the tracks you've released, such as Mathematics and stuff. Like when you're processing that in your head in terms of like lyrically and stuff, what space do you go to inside your mind to create such amazing tracks?
I get in the studio with the boys, take my shirt off, think about boobies, get half chubbed with the boys, drink a cup of coffee, do push-ups, jack each other off. I don't know. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
But after this summer is over, what's next for bbno Mini?
So I'm going to Southeast Asia, I'm going to Australia, I'm doing a North American tour with Young Gravy of like 40 stops, and I got an album, and then I'm doing Baby Gravy 3 album, and then I'm spending 3 months at the top of next year to write 69 songs is the goal.
Wow.
So it's a good number.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to choose 10 of those songs, leave them at the top, and then choose the best 5 runner-ups, join them all together to make 2 or 3 epic songs, like opus songs, and then that's another album. I'm gonna call that probably Grown Up or something. I don't know, because Baby No Money. And then I'm gonna stop becoming Baby No Money, and I'm gonna sign to a record label and sign my life away and become Father Cash. And then after that, I'm gonna start having a ton of children, and all my children are gonna be my vocalists, and I'm gonna create an ensemble with 1,000-piece jazz set.
That's the vision.
That's the vision. Fuck with me.
Brilliant, man. I wish you all the best. And for anyone who hasn't checked out your music, why are they missing out?
Honestly, they're not missing out. There's a ton of music out there, but like my music is decent. So if you want to check it out, check it out. If you don't, I don't fucking care. A lot of people listen to my music, and it's great, and it's a blessing. So, but if you want to get horny, listen to my music.
Well, enjoy your rest of the time in the UK. Hopefully we welcome you back really soon.
Absolutely.
But all the best, my friend.
Oh, thank you, man. Cool. Appreciate it.
I'll give you a bit. Cheers. What an amazing weekend we've had at Leeds Festival 2022. We've discovered some fantastic music, and there's still another evening of great artists to check out, including the Arctic Monkeys, as well as Bring Me the Horizon, who I'm looking forward to, and so much more. We have enjoyed so much about Leeds Festival 2022, and it's so great to see that this festival continues to go from strength to strength, and as you can see from outside how crowded it is and how busy it is, as everyone comes together to enjoy good vibes, great music, and amazing memories to last a lifetime. We cannot wait to find out what next year has to offer, but for now, we're going to head over to some of